YouTube. Great. So Marcio, welcome aboard. I'm Philip, and I'm not a teacher here. We don't have teachers in the immersions. And the idea of this session is to develop and test your English speaking skills. We always start with personal presentations, so please be ready to bring new vocabulary, be ready to bring new expressions, whatever you may feel like develop, sharing, and test. And I hate when my YouTube goes live. We always start with personal presentations, so please be ready to... Okay, sorry. So please present yourself.
Yes, this is Marcio Romualdo. I am 44 years old. I'm married. I have 3 daughters, and I work sharp up. I have graduated in computer network and MBA in IT management infrastructure, IT. Um, I'm here in Talk and Talk since February the last year. né? So until now, I consider my development good, but not sufficient. And my goal, my first goal in this year, to become fluent in English, maybe. I intend fight a lot to achieve this goal. Okay, so outside my study in my personal life, I love working out at the gym or another places, running outside on street or on the beach. Depends the situation. I love watching good series, good movies too. Reading good books, play games with my daughters, traveling with my family, and spend time with my family when I have possible. That's it, Philip.
Great, very good. It's always good to think about what you can share about yourself in an immersion. And it's always a challenging to bring new vocabulary. And you're going to develop your English if you have an intention each session. If you don't, it's gonna be good because you're gonna practice, but you're not going to get the most out of the immersion itself. Okay, so try to think about one single word that you want to share and you want to practice. Okay.
Okay.
Very good. I'm not going to teach anything here. It's just like to share, to practice. And we have Brizola here. Welcome aboard. How's it going?
Hello, I'm good. How about you?
I'm very good. Thanks for asking. We're gonna talk about work in adolescence, and it's a topic brought by Leandro Morales. He's stuck, not ready to, or is not able to be here, but I think it's gonna be a good conversation. So Brizola, can you present yourself?
Okay. Hello, guys. Hello, YouTube. Good afternoon. I am Lucas Brizola, but to call me Brizola. I am 29 years old and I'm from Sorocaba, in countryside, São Paulo, Brazil. I am single without kids. I have 2 pets. In my free time, I really like watch movies in the series, listen to music. I'm considered eclectic person. I really like dance. I really like read books, especially suspense and horror, which are my favorite genres. I am passionate about cooking, especially create new dessert recipes. What else? I'm working recruitment and selections for over 10 years with a focus on technology. And I started studying English at TALKNTALK in February the last year. I started for literally for scratch, and I'm host since September the last year. And this phrase I repeat in many times, many every immersion because this phrase is so motivated for me. And every day I'm moving closer to my main goal, becoming fluent, the more confident in English. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Very good, very good. And just, I have just moved to a new place, so things are a little bit messy here. Just setting up things. I'm gonna start with this topic with a very simple question. What's your take on this matter, work in adolescence? Are you in favor? Are you against? What are your thoughts, Marcio, about it? About working as a teenager? Are you in favor or against?
I am against, Phil.
And why is
My,
that?
in my opinion, uh, when you adolescent, you have study, only enjoy your life, okay? Feel free to achieve new experience in in your college or in your environment, because in this moment that your life, if you work, in my opinion, can be prejudicious for the development. In my opinion, I have this experience because I worked when I had 13 13 years. Not good for me. I I I was studying when when I have 25 years, maybe. I returned when I complete high school. I came back to my studies when I have 25 years, maybe almost. It's not good for me. This is my
There was a
opinion,
lack
Phil.
of studies because to work.
Yes.
Anyway, Brizola, are you in favor, against? What's your take on this?
Complex for me. Yes, I think things can work, but it depends on the situation, you know. Having a job can teach you responsibility, independence, time management, and how to handle real life challenge. It also helps teens understand the value of money and develop confidence. But I think it's important that work don't harm their health, education, or well-being. School, rest, and the personal growth should come first. Jobs for teens should be safe, have reasonable hours, and not create a pressure or stress that overwhelms them. Not every teens is ready to work at the same times, and that's okay. So yes, I think teams can work as long as the job is safe, age appropriate, and the balance with school and the personal life. Yeah.
Great. Yeah. I think I understand both of you. I agree with Brizola. I think depending on the situation, it works well for teams to have paid activities. I don't think it's a real job, but like maybe in Marcio's scenario, you had to support your parents, your family, and this kind of pressure, I think it harms. It's not good on a young child, a young adult, a teenager. So I believe it's important to have it's like jovem aprendiz in Brazil, like the youth learner.
Beginners, maybe.
Beginners, yeah, exactly. I think it's totally different kind of job, but I'm not against, but I'm really in favor of education, really, 100%. And I think the job itself needs to be focused on that, not on profit, not for labor itself only, but especially to bring development for the person, for the young adult or the teenager. And I don't think below 15, I think 16 to above, it's okay.
Phil, maybe a part-time in the last year, the high school, for example.
Yeah,
Imagine a technical high school here in Brazil,
yeah,
FATEC, okay? FATEC,
yeah.
Maybe the last year, okay, for me, I agree, okay, but before this, no. My opinion, no.
Yeah, and there's something interesting. Majority of people that teenagers, adolescents, they are working in a scenario that are not in their favor. So in the reality, the real scenario, I'm totally against jobs for teenagers, totally against work or labor for people between or under, especially under 16 years old, But yeah, I think there are good things, but thinking about Brazil, a third world country, it's really not okay to have like allowed labor for teenagers. And I'm gonna go with you, Marcio, again. Why or how work harms someone as a teenager? How working makes this person like harms the development or it's bad for the development?
Uh, Depends. I agree with Lucas said before, and you too. Depends. Depends the situation. Depends. Um, the most appropriate in this case, with have a possible the a conscious conciliar conscious study and job, my opinion, or part-time job, because when you put a job in this situation, maybe can you arm this teenager or adolescent, because the job has another variations. For example, when a teenager start gain your money, for example, this situation is good, but can can change your mind, can change your goals, and it is uh, can be prejudicious in your development, your dream, for example. Um, so, in my opinion, this is the oh my gosh, biggest harm in this situation, because when you put the money, change all the things, in my opinion. So this is my opinion, Phil.
Very good, very good. And you, Brizola, how do you think working harms someone like a teenager, an adolescent person?
Uh, I think working can affect a teen's school life if the job takes too much time or energy. When teens work long hours, they might have less time to study, complete homework, sleep well, or participate in activities they enjoy. This can lead to stress, tiredness, and lower performance in school. However, a balanced part-time jobs with limited hours usually don't cause harms. In fact, it can teach time management and responsibility. The key it's make sure the job don't become more important than education or personal well-being. Yeah.
Okay. But in case it harms, how do you think it may harm someone?
Put. Oh my God! Could you repeat the question in another words, please?
Yeah, sure thing. Picture this. Assuming that working as a teenager harms, how do you think it harms someone? How bad is it, and how can you explain the badness that creates on someone's development? I'm creating new questions, Leandro. You know?
I like it. I like it. First of all, I apologize for running late. Okay.
No problem, no problem, no problem. So my question is basically, I want us to discuss first the bad situation and how bad can be, like assuming it's gonna be bad, not good. So we are gonna assume now that working as a teenager is bad, even if you believe it's not, and it's okay. But assuming that it's bad, harms and makes and affects in a bad way someone's development, how bad and how it affects.
Describe in several reasons.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, okay. Sorry, the question is impacting me. I'm shocked.
No problem.
Uh, I think at first, teens are still learning how to handle responsibilities while balancing school, homework, rest, and social life. This can lead to tiredness and stress. I think many young people also lack experience, so they have to learn everything for scratch, how to deal with people, follow rules and manage them time. It can also be challenging to face pressure, strict schedules, or tasks that require maturity. Even so, with guidance, clear limits, and safe work environment, many teens can turn this phrase into growth and valuable learn. I don't know. I answered the question
Yeah, yeah.
ou dei uma brisada?
No,
No, it's
it's
correct.
okay. Yeah,
Oh, God.
it's okay. So, Leandro, thank you for coming. Thank you for the commitment itself. I'm gonna do the following. I'm gonna keep going with the questions, and I'm gonna shift the host role to you because I have another immersion in Spanish and I need to prepare myself a little bit, like 20 minutes before. So I'm gonna be here for a little bit more. I want you to present yourself, and more than that, I want you to present yourself and explain the reason why you brought this up, this topic.
Sure thing. So, first of all, I already know all of you, all of you guys, Marcio, Lucas, and of course Philip. And well, before I introduce myself, real quick, I'd like to share a personal experience. I've in my adolescence, when I was a teenager, I was 16 years old when I started working for money. I say working for money because depending on the how we have been raised, we always work since we are able to do domestic tasks and stuff like that. So my first job was, as I've mentioned before, when I was 16 years old and washing cars for just $1 each car, and it was awesome. The only requirement my dad gave to me was that I should keep doing good in school. I mean, I should have to organize myself to keep keep running in school, keep studying, and then I had there's no problem to start working. And my biggest goal at that point was to buy a car. So since then, I have never saved any money in my life. So that was my personal experience. And now that I'm raising a kid in the future, one more baby.
Wow,
Breaking news,
congratulations.
breaking news.
Yeah,
And
congratulations.
so
That's
this is,
awesome.
thank you. So this is something that really makes me think about how can I raise the best way to raise my kids in this regard of working. And I truly believe that we can turn out to be good adults, good people, I would say in plural, if we start working early, at least to figure out that the work is not, I mean, life is hard. Sometimes life is tough and there's no justice at all. So you have to do for yourself. You have to be responsible. So it's good to have some exposure before you become an adult. And that's why chosen, I have chosen this topic. Okay.
Great, very good.
It was supposed to be a short description, right?
Yeah, but
So
what I enjoy most when we have a short or a small group of people is that we can speak more
yeah,
and we can have like a better conversation. And especially when we have people that can have the conversation itself and yeah, it develops.
nice.
Very good.
So
Marcio.
let me introduce
Oh yeah,
myself.
introduce yourself. Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
So this is Leandro. I am 34, almost 35 years old, and I live here in Florianopolis, and I've been here for a while. I believe since 2023, I guess. I'm not sure right now as a host, but I have started before as a talker, and I worked with IT infrastructure for a while. I was reviewing my resume these days, and I realized that I have right now currently 18 years of experience. So,
Yeah,
since 2008 working with IT, of course, learning first of all. And well, I'm a father, married. There's nothing really interesting about me, but it's always good. It's always a pleasure to be here, spending my Wednesday night with you guys, talking and speaking a little bit. Okay.
great. Marcio, I want to ask you the following. Um,
Go ahead.
how do you think would be different in your life if you hadn't had to work when you were a teenager?
Uh, sure. Uh, Maybe today I would be in another place. For example, maybe uh, to become fluency before working abroad, for example, because I lost a lot of time in my life because I postergate my studies not because I wanted, because I needed. Okay, when I Leandro said before, I started working for money. Okay, and this decision uh, arm my development, not arm. Okay, but uh, not persegate, né? I don't know this word, Joe, uh, in
Postpone.
English. Yes, postpone my goals, okay. But for me, it's good. I had a lot of experience in many areas, okay, many areas in my life. But I'm started working IT in 28, 28 in Senac School. Senac School. Do you know? Imagine, man. I was a technical, yeah, technical informatica,
Yeah,
information technical. Yes,
yeah.
technical informatica. Yes. So in that moment, I started my development. Uh, since this moment, I'm not stop more study in my area. Nowadays, I'm network security engineer. That's it, guys. So I maybe the best situation, okay, in my opinion, when you consult your study with internship, for example, okay. I'm developing now, for example, I started in a big tech or in a startup, part time, for example. Good, the best situation, in my opinion. Yeah, that's it. When I
Yeah.
when I exchange the the study with job is, in my opinion, is a lot of produces a lot, because do you need this study for your development? Okay,
Yeah.
not uh, I forgot this word. Ao contrário.
Not the opposite.
Yes, opposite. Yes.
Yeah. Very good. Brizola, a question for you. I don't know. Did you work as a teenager or no? When did you start to work?
15. Oh my God, I forgot the word. This 15.
So I'm gonna ask the same question as I did to Marcio. What would be different if you didn't need to work when you were 15 until 18 years old, for example?
Oh my
How,
God.
how
So
different your life would be nowadays,
Oh my God.
in your opinion?
Tava torcendo pra você não fazer essa pergunta pra mim. Uh, no, I think I'm focused more in my student. I don't know, I'm focused on the language, for example. I think I would be fluent in 2 or 3 languages because I started my degree when I had 17 years, I think I feel more uh, children, more teenager, because when I start working in 15, I don't know, você muda, you know? You feel more adult. Yeah, I think it is. I'm focused more in children, teens, you know? And I focus on language, maybe.
Great, yeah. Definitely if I had to work, I didn't work as a teenager. I had the privilege of focus on study and to go to university. And that's the only reason why I got into University of São Paulo, a public university. So, and also my focus was study, English school, swimming classes, and have fun or do the homework, basically, until I got my first job when I was 18. So my life would be totally different. And for sure, I wouldn't be here talking to you. I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I wouldn't live where I live. I wouldn't meet the people I have met. I would have a totally different life. And that's my question to you, Leandro. What if in the past, when you were a teenager, you haven't or you hadn't have to work? You have in the past just to focus on education, to go to university, like the things you are planning to your children now. I guess you're not planning them to start working as a child or young teenager, but like working hard, like just like to support you, support your family. What do you think would be different right now?
Well, first of all, I believe we are a result of all the experience that we have so far, plus studies, plus reality that we are exposed to. So I don't regret my past experience. I don't regret my past. It was something like it was the options that I had. But if I never thought about it, what if I hadn't have to work so early, right? Maybe what I always thought about myself. I am a result. I am doing well, I can say, from speaking from my own boundaries, my own I forgot the word to express this, my own standards, I would say. But I don't know if I hadn't have the necessity, the need to work early in my life. I don't know. I don't have enough variables. You know what I mean? To think about a result today. I can't say that it would be good or it would be worse than today, my reality, but of course it would be different. Like I don't like the idea that we can think about the past and regret. Oh, what if I have done this different? If you never made any mistakes, you probably won't meet that people that you have met, as you mentioned, Philip. If you have done everything the right way, probably you haven't had been exposed to a situation where you have some positive output. So I don't know. What I can tell you is that I haven't uh, made enough effort or not enough effort. I could I could have done better than I've done, mainly the last 5 years, because I always like to think that way, because that way I can plan for the future, or even when I am a little bit uh, tired, or thinking if it's worth to do some efforts. I can think, okay, that is something possible, or that is something that if I have done in the past, to I would have now a positive result out of it. So I always like to think, okay, let's do better than yesterday. Let's do what we can do today and never regret. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Something like that. It's something like I have never spent a lot of time think. Of course, we always dream, oh, what if I have done this? What if I have
Yeah.
done that? But I always tell my wife, look, if we hadn't had this specific bad or good situation, we wouldn't be here today. Like, do you remember, guys, that movie Butterfly Effect?
Yeah. I love that.
This is
Yes, I
nuts.
remember.
So if you change a small part of your life, a small
Yeah.
action, then everything changes for
Changes everything.
forever. Yeah. So that's a good way to think about it. Okay. I don't regret my past. It would be different. Of course, it would be a lot of totally different from today, but I like it. I like what I having, and I like even more that I have the opportunity to do something different or to do the same way, you know. There's a phrase, there's a quote on a Metallica song that the woman says in the video clip, the woman says, if I had the opportunity to do everything again, I would do exactly the same thing I've done. So, you know what I mean? So that's my answer, my short answer to your question.
Yeah.
That's a revenge. You are creating questions. I am speaking a lot.
Yeah, no problem, no problem.
Does
So,
that make sense to you?
yeah, it totally makes sense, and I totally understand, and I think it's what I like most about the immersions is we can speak respectfully, of course, but we can speak whatever we want, and we can create, we can imagine, we can dream. So sometimes I feel like reflecting about, especially because I'm moving places now, and I'm starting out in a new home. So I would never get the chance to be here if it wasn't specifically about English. English changed my entire life, job, and everything else. Relationships, family, work, and everything I do. Not because I work with English. I could work with something else. I could work abroad or remotely with IT specifically or with anything else in another company, but English itself made the huge difference. And Leandro, I'm gonna let you take over now because I'm
Nice.
gonna prepare myself to the Spanish meeting. Congratulations on your newborn baby.
No,
So
not yet. Not
no,
yet.
I know not yet,
Is in
but
it is in the oven right now.
pretty soon. I know it takes a lot of
Oof.
energy, and I know yeah, I understand. I hope I can have this experience pretty soon. Looking forward. I know it's gonna be hard.
Twice or three times.
No, just once. I
You
want
name
to,
it. You
I
name
want
it.
to, but let's see how it's gonna be the first. Let's
I
see how
believe Marcio has $3, right, Marcio?
three.
Wow. Oh
Yeah.
boy.
$3 and
Props.
I work Shiny Pup.
Yeah.
Yorkshire.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, nice, nice. All right.
So,
Thank you, Philip.
Leandro, go ahead.
Please
Okay.
make me
Thank you,
So,
host.
Felipe.
yeah. Guys, Marcio, Lucas, Brizola, thank you so much. See ya. Take care. Bye-bye.
See you. Bye bye, you too.
All right. So let's do it.
Let's do it, guys.
Okay. As I can, as I notice, you guys weren't following the questions, right?
Yes.
So let's do something different. Let's let me see. Let me see. Why don't we each of us choose a question, read, and then answer? I believe we have only 17 minutes left. We could do that way, right? Marcio,
Right.
let's take advantage that your microphone is open right now. Can you please choose and answer any question from 1 to 10, and then read and answer?
Okay. The question number 6. What can teens learn from working? It's a good question. In my opinion, in that situation, in the situation that said before, think when a teenager are in the last year of the high school, for example, and start internship in a company. In this case, in my opinion, help a lot development your soft skills, okay? Relationship, um, relationship responsibility, um, what else? The process, the bureaucracy, etc., that having in any companies. Okay, so in this case, not only hard skills and technical skills, for example, but hard skills too. Communication, another language too. In this case, in my opinion, it's very important make part the process. It's necessary, in my opinion. Okay, so depends the situation. In my opinion, it's a good situation, but there are another situations. For example, the you start working only on the middle or the last uh, year, the graduated, for example. This is another case, another situation. But in my opinion, um, it's important a teenager start work part-time, not a lot of responsibility in that moment, but this job uh, that that have a correlation with your studies. Okay, this is my opinion, Leandro.
Nice, nice. And you, Lucas, what do you think about this question number 6?
Yes, oh, teens can learn a lot for work, especially when the experience is a positive and the balance with school. They learn responsibility because they have to show up on time and they complete the tasks. They develop time management skills, figuring out how to organize the school, work, and the personal life. Working also teaches communication since they interact with customers, customers, co-working or supervision. Teens can independence by earning their own money and make decisions. They also buy the confidence, realizing they can handle real world challenges. Overall, working help teams understand effort, teamwork, and the problem resolve, skills that are valuable for the rest of their lives. Yeah.
Nice, nice. Thanks. Well, in my case, I agree with all that you guys have shared. Of course, we have to establish boundaries, right? I don't think it's good. I don't think it's health to a kid work as an adult. I mean, in amount of hours, long shifts, or doing anything that could be hazard, that could be bad for their health. But yeah, I believe it is good to them to at least realize, to have the experience that, oh boy, I earn a small amount of money and I work a lot. That doesn't make sense. So yeah, maybe this is an incentive to study a little bit more or to study in a different area. So I believe they can learn from that experience. They can value their workforce, something like that. Or they can value their time, they can learn, they can have notion of leadership, they can understand how market works, how the world works, and it's not only their parents' house, you know what I mean? It's a totally different out there. So it would be good if you can go out there and learn, of course, not in extreme situations. Okay. Let me choose the question number 9. I'm gonna read the answer and then you guys can share your thoughts about it. Does working help, question number 9, does working help teens handle money better? I don't think so. I don't think so because you can you can even have a lot of money without working or working as or having money as a result of your job, but it doesn't help you to handle money. Of course, if you depends on a wage, a monthly payment, you can learn, oh boy, I need to manage in the best way my money. Otherwise, I'm going to be broken for the entire month, you know. And but yeah, I don't think it will completely. It will help, of course, but it won't teach teams how to handle money better. And neither, even if you work in your part of unstructured family, I believe it's bad because we sometimes we learn by the example, right? So I believe we need more different things in order to provide teams to have to handle money in the best way or in a better way. Okay. What about you, Lucas? What do you think about this question?
It's complex. I think it depend the family, depend the person, but I believe in the best way working often helps teens handle money better because it gives them real experience with earning and the managing them on income. When teens receive a salary, even a small one, they start to understand the value of money and how much effort goes into earn it. This usually encourage them to think more carefully about spending, saving, and setting priorities. Having financial responsibility early on can help then develop a good habit for adulthood, such as budgeting and the planning. So yes, in the best way, working can improve a teens understand of money as long as the have guidance and maintain a healthy balance between work, school, and the personal life. I believe. And you, Marcio, tell me.
In my opinion, yes. I have example, my daughter, Julia, and she's 19 years old. I started work on the last year in Cirela, okay, with young apprentice, young apprentice, okay. Uh, so I teach her separate the part that your salary in an investment, for example, to create a habit, a good habit. Okay, I didn't have this learning in my life. Okay, so my daughter understand it, and now almost 8 months, she's have a, a little bit amount the money, okay, in Tesouro Direto. So I understand nowadays, okay, this is very important for teenagers, but needed to have a focus, needed to have the correct message to teenager, in my opinion, okay? Okay, you can start to work, but do you need separate the part of your money to your goals, to your dreams, etc., etc., etc. Okay, It's in my opinion, it is for a new mindset. Okay, create a good habit. And imagine, guys, if you start hold money when you have 18, imagine when you have 30 or 35 or 40 years. Okay, you have a big amount of money, the reserve, okay, the emergency reserve. That's it. It's very, very important, in my opinion. For example, in South Korea, um, children's learn about the finance in the jardim, né? Jardim, I don't know, the start school. Okay.
Kindergarten,
Yes,
kindergarten,
gardener. Yes,
something
yes,
like that.
yes. Guys, it's very important. This good question is yes. Uh, working help teens handle money, but needed the orientation.
You know what, Marcio? I have never thought about this. I know we need to save money, of course. Everybody knows. Almost nobody does, but everybody knows. But I never thought about starting from the beginning, living with just a fraction of your paycheck. This is awesome because, as you have mentioned, you are creating a habit and you want suffering. It's totally different when you are used to spend all the money that you receive monthly, and all of a sudden you need to save money. Oh, this is bad. This is hard to do, you know. It's something like you are teaching her to do this from the beginning, and this is awesome. Nice. I hope she can continue doing this and growing more and more.
Yes, yes.
This is awesome.
Uh,
Nice.
I learned a thing, Leandro and Lucas. The time is exponential. The time is exponential. When more early do you save money, uh, more money you have when past the time, né? Because there are not tax that how do you say supera? I don't remember.
Overcome.
Overcome the time. There are not tax overcome time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
It's something like in regards of investment, it's the power of the compound interest. But not only we cannot only use this example with investment and money. We can use it with knowledge and career experience. Like you mentioned, your first job in the area of IT was 2008. 2008,
Yes,
right?
yes,
18,
yes.
18 years old. So you kept studying, growing, learning, applying, repeating over 18 years so far. And you are a result right now, the perfection, Marcio, the professional, not the perfection, the professional Marcio is a result of prior experience before joining the area, like life experience, and I need to do something better. I need to understand, I need to learn, I need to study, and I want to, and I'm willing doing whatever I need to do. And that's awesome because we are a result, we are a product of all of these experiences, and this is incredible. This is awesome. I mean, we are a work in progress. I would say.
Yes, a work in progress.
It's not finished yet, and
Yes,
I hope this continues that way, right? At least
I
for
cannot.
a
I
couple of
cannot
decades.
stop now.
All right, we have no time left. Again, I apologize for running late. I had
No
a
problem, no problem.
situation with traffic. I'm not in São Paulo right now, but I was in the road and we had an accident, so it was a nightmare. Thank you so much. Have a good carnival holiday. Next week I won't be here, but the week after that I will be here, same time, same channel. Okay. Thank you,
Okay,
Marcio,
Leandro.
Lucas.
Thank you.
Okay, thank
Thank
you
you, Luca.
guys.